Hey folks, subscribe and like for more. Welcome to our deep dive into the world of magic mushrooms, also known as psychedelic mushrooms. We're going to talk about what these things are all about, the good, the bad, and the just plain weird. We're going to break down the science, the history, and the potential benefits of these fascinating fungi. Buckle up, because things are about to get interesting. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. Mental health. We know things like depression, anxiety, PTSD, they're a serious drag, man. But what if I told you there's this thing, this mushroom, that might actually help? I'm talking about psilocybin, the active ingredient in these magic mushrooms. Scientists are looking into how it can rewire your brain, kind of like hitting a reset button on negative thought patterns. It's like, imagine you're stuck in a loop, right? Same anxieties, same dark places. Psilocybin, from what I've been hearing, it can break you out of that loop. Let you see things from a different perspective. And that, my friends, is huge for folks struggling with mental health. Addiction is a bitch, man. Cigarettes, booze, opioids, they can take a real hold on you. But here's the thing about magic mushrooms. Some studies suggest they could be a game changer in breaking free from addiction. Imagine that, using one potentially mind-altering substance to kick another to the curb. Now, I'm not saying it's a magic bullet, but researchers are seeing some promising results. Apparently, psilocybin can help people confront the root causes of their addiction, giving them the strength and clarity to make a change. It's like it rewires the reward system in your brain, making it less appealing to go back to those bad habits. Now, one of the things that really fascinates me about magic mushrooms is their potential for personal growth and emotional well-being. People have reported these profound, almost spiritual experiences, like they're tapping into a deeper part of themselves. It's like they're confronting their deepest fears and insecurities, coming out the other side feeling more connected to themselves and the world around them. Imagine that, a substance that could help you understand your own mind better, break down those emotional walls we build up. It's like taking a deep, hard look in the mirror, facing your demons, and coming out stronger on the other side. Chapter 4, Headache Helpers, Magic Mushrooms and Cluster Headaches. Okay, so this one's a little out there, but stick with me. Cluster headaches, they're notoriously brutal, right? Like the worst pain imaginable. But there's this anecdotal evidence, stories from people who say magic mushrooms have helped them manage these debilitating headaches. Now we gotta be careful here, this isn't FDA-approved stuff. But some folks believe that microdosing, taking tiny amounts of mushrooms, can disrupt the pain cycle of cluster headaches. It's a long shot, but hey, when you're dealing with that kind of pain, you're willing to explore different avenues. Chapter 5. Unlocking Creativity, Magic Mushrooms, and the Mind's Eye. One of the things that keeps drawing me back to this topic is the potential of magic mushrooms to enhance creativity and problem solving. Think about artists, musicians, writers, people who need to tap into that creative flow. Some folks say magic mushrooms can help them break free from those mental roadblocks, allowing new ideas to flow freely. It's like they're seeing the world with fresh eyes, making connections they wouldn't normally make. And that, my friends, is where the magic happens. It's about pushing boundaries, thinking outside the box, and tapping into that wellspring of creativity that's inside all of us. Chapter 6. From Forest Floor to Fame, Where Magic Mushrooms Grow. So, we've been talking about these magic mushrooms, but where do they actually come from? Well, imagine walking through a damp forest, sunlight filtering through the trees. You might stumble across a patch of these psychedelic wonders sprouting from decaying wood or nestled amongst the undergrowth. These little guys thrive in warm, humid environments, often popping up in fields, grasslands, and pastures too. They're like nature's little surprises, hidden in plain sight. Now, when we talk about magic mushrooms, we're not just talking about one type of fungi. There are over 180 different species of psilocybin mushrooms out there, each with its own unique appearance and potency. You've got your Psilocybe cubensis, one of the most well-known and widely cultivated species. Then you've got your rarer varieties like the Liberty Cap or the Penis Envy mushroom. It's a whole world of fungal diversity out there, folks. So, you want to know how to grow these magic mushrooms, huh? Well, it all starts with a spore. It's like the seed of a mushroom. These tiny specks are incredibly resilient and can survive for years in harsh conditions. To start your own mushroom journey, you'll need to get your hands on some spores, which you can legally obtain online for microscopy purposes. Just remember, actually growing them might be illegal depending on where you are, so always check your local laws. Once you've got your spores, you need to give them a cozy place to grow. This is where the substrate comes in. Think of it like the soil for your mushrooms. A popular choice is a mixture of rye grain or brown rice flour, sterilized to prevent contamination. You carefully introduce your spores to this nutrient-rich substrate, creating a perfect environment for them to germinate and start forming mycelium, the root-like network of the mushroom. Now comes the hard part, waiting. You see, growing mushrooms takes time and patience. You need to keep your inoculated substrate in a warm, dark, and humid environment, mimicking the conditions of their natural habitat. Think of it like a mushroom nursery. Over the next few weeks, the mycelium will spread throughout the substrate, consuming the nutrients and preparing to produce those magical fruiting bodies we all know and love. So there you have it, folks. A glimpse into the wild world of magic mushrooms. Remember, while magic mushrooms have potential benefits, they should be used responsibly and legally. We're just scratching the surface here, and there's still so much to learn about these fascinating fungi. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like for more content like this. And as always, stay curious, my friends.